Hi, it's Nancy, over 40 Princess. And this is my going to bed routine. Got my Burt's Bees. That's like the 6th time that you've seen me apply it. Yeah. This is really important. Again, for those of you who haven't gotten it yet, no oil glands. No one has oil glands in their lips. No one. No one. Moisturize. Alright. I'm using triple by antibiotic ointment tonight on my spots because I want them to heal. What has happened in the Differin is the Differin has taken all of the dead skin over what were these 3 horrific eruptions from Hades, and when I used a puff on it today to exfoliate, which you have to do with the Differin. The Differin is not an exfoliator. You've got to get all the gunk out of your cells, or your pores that's caught in there, and that means either going to somebody who is going to, like a dermatologist who's going to degunk you, or being very safely degunking yourself. You know me, blackheads. Don't mess with things that aren't open here, or like whiteheads. Anyway, I had these 3 pimples, and the Differin, when I buff puffed them, all the dead skin on top of them just came off, and it didn't hurt, and it didn't bleed or anything, but left these moon-sized craters. Do you remember that album? Anybody remember that album? Anybody know the album I'm talking about? Just name the album I'm talking about. Please tell me I'm not the oldest person on YouTube. Okay. This is the only zit I have gotten since I have started using, and again, it's covered in the antibiotic ointment, Neosporin-y stuff. And I only use that once a week, where on sores. You do not want to make a nightly habit of this because your skin will get used to it. But more than that, it will get used to the antibioticness. Antibioticness? It's not a word. Antibiotics. And it will cease to become effective at getting germs out, and you can actually get to a point where you get a sore, germs just, hey guys, come on in. Next thing you know, you got a face full of something awful, or you're losing a leg to that staph infection, or something's going on. So, rather than have your limbs drop off, with a flesh-eating virus, I think you should just use it once a week at the most. And not on the same sore. So I used it, this is Friday night, so it gets the full treatment. Fridays are also my days to do facials. And Differin is not an exfoliant. I want to make that clear. That retinoids are not exfoliants. And Differin is different because it's actually not a true retinoid. It's a chemical retinoid. It's so where you can't use salicylic acid with any other retinoid because they cancel each other out, you can with Differin, although I can't imagine putting salicylic acid and Differin on at the same time. I've gotten to the point now where I've got Differin on around my eyes to work on the wrinkles. And that, after I put my Differin on, I cover that area very carefully with what I like, the oil of Olay eye lifting serum. The oil of Olay eye lifting serum does not lift a damn thing, but it is a really nice moisturizer that does not over moisturize. It leaves your skin feeling powdery nice, and my lids don't get oily. Nice, right? Works like that. The rest of my face does not have moisturizer on at night because the Differin doesn't block the moisturizer, block the moisture. My skin still gets really oily by morning. During the day, on the other hand, I use a little benzoyl peroxide to work, and normally people can't have benzoyl peroxide and Differin at the same time, but my skin, again, is really tough. The Differin never made it red, it never made it raw. I'm using the 1% gel. But it is working, and I know it's working because this right here is the first zit. Can you see it? It's right there. I've had since this, and it's got the stuff on it, since I started using the Differin. What's so magically delicious about that? I just got Aunt Flo yesterday. My whole face should look like a teenager's pizza face. It really should, and it doesn't. It's not, perfect. I still have pores I have to degunkify, but the ones I'm degunkifying aren't filling up with crud anymore. In fact, they look smaller, and I'm thrilled with that. But I'm amazed too, because I thought that I was going to go through these, and maybe it's coming, and I just don't know it. It's not. Not good. Maybe the giant zits from Mars are on their way, because you're supposed to have 3 weeks of the most horrible skin you've ever had in your entire life, and usually it starts about week 2, so I'll let you know next week. And then it's supposed to calm down by week 6. You're supposed to see a huge difference, and then you just keep using it. Which is great, because my next step was Accutane, and I'd never, I don't want to take that step. I made that very, very clear. It's not that I think I'm going to kick myself off. That's usually people a lot younger than me. But I've had depression in the past, so I take my little pills every day. So I'm a nice, evenly happy person. I'm not over the top. Well, okay, I'm over the top. Whatever. I'm a drag queen with a girl's body. But I'm not, and I say that with pride, by the way, and no insult ever intended, just honor. I used to know people in Chicago that I was just like, oh my God, do my makeup, and they did, and never looked so good in my whole life. The girls just did a fabulous job. And their hair, oh my God, the wigs they would work on for hours. I was just, in their costumes. I used to help sew costumes. Oh God, it was amazing. I love sequins. And Tony and Tony's wedding, so fun, so fun, so fun. Not Tony and Tina's wedding, Tony and Tony's wedding. I'm telling you, if it ever comes to your area, and it's a very small production, it's hysterical. Especially if you're taking people with you who are just a little homophobic. They don't know what to do, and some of the drag queens are so good. It's like that movie with Patrick Swayze and it was so funny. Anyway, here we go. So, I'm sorry, I'm way off topic again. The Differin seems to be working. The Latisse. Using it every night, still skimpified, and I thought they were long, but tonight the lashes I was wearing were the demi lashes, the ones that aren't supposed to come out to the ends of your lashes. Yeah, they came over the ends of my lashes. So, I hope the Latisse does its job. I'm also using, every third night, I'm using a little up here. I don't want to miss. The thing about Latisse is, don't use those stupid brushes that it comes with. Get yourself a really good quality eyeliner brush. Really good quality. And you only use this brush for Latisse, okay? And then I use a drop of Latisse on it, and I paint it I kind of dot it right on the lash line. I mean, right on the lash line. You don't want to go up, or you may have to grow hair like double hair lashes, which is not what you want. You don't want 2 rows of eyelashes. That would look very strange, okay? It's the look you're trying to get away from with false eyelashes, okay? And then I kind of connect the dots back and forth just along the very top, and then I rinse it off, clean it off, run it through a little alcohol, and then wash, and do this side. And it takes a few seconds, but we'll know in January if it was worth the money or not. Unfortunately, I'll probably have to reorder before I know if it's working. I've thought about, putting it on my son's, under his lip here, so he can grow a major mustache, because it's a 12-year-old who all he wants is a macho mustachio. I'm not going to do that, but I thought it'd be really funny in the middle of the night if I just kind of painted it on. See if it grew in. I'm bad. Alright, so, keep your lips moisturized. If you get a zit that you've picked at and gotten all the gunk out of, come on, you've done it. You've done it. This is just a generic triple antibiotic ointment. It doesn't have any neosporin in it. Some people are allergic to it. It's got a polysporin in it with less allergies. But it is an antibiotic, and they are supposed to be used sparingly, okay? You just don't take antibiotics for the common cold, and you don't stick them on your face for zits every single night. For 2 nights in a row, that's okay. Once a week, it's okay, but no more than that. And then, and you've got the gel so you can leave it on. And then, the Differin, I'll let you know, because there's a lot of women in their 40s that have acne. So, play with your makeup, have fun, Boos boos, I love you. And contest ends tomorrow night.